Well, hi guys, I am back with my new video. Well, my new video is completely different from the back to that I have uploaded on my channel. Well, the first video that I uploaded is of how to is the tips and tricks for buying and selling on OLX, and another video was how to I can say that increase your data speed if you are a Geo customer. And now I am back with another video in which you can find that the top 10 essential apps that you must have in your smartphone. As you are using a smartphone, then this 10 apps you must have it. Well, I will start. First of all, I must say that everyone must have his own smartphone. So yeah, in that smartphone you may be, if your smartphone is Android smartphone, then you must have a Google Play Store in between. So if I convey this app to you, and you find that if you don't have it and you need it, just tap on this Google Play Store and you can find it, and you can find that app. If you want to have access to that app, then you just download it and install it on your phone, and you can have it in your usage. So yeah, and if you like my video, then give a like or a thumbs up to it. And if you want something other, then you can also comment on my video. And if you like my video, then share it to your friends so that you can also get to know about these apps which I am now listing down. So yeah, the 10th app is Gmail. Yes, you may find it. Yes, it's a pretty common word in all the nowadays, teenagers, old and all. Well, you can find every content there, like entertaining content and technological content and study content, all that in it, all that in one app. Well, in that you can earn money also by simply uploading your videos, buying such apps on. Yeah, that's pretty much good. And the 9th app is the Gmail app. Well, everyone may have this Gmail account, this email account with this Gmail app, Gmail. Okay, and in this, you first of all you must have a Gmail account. Gmail account is the electronic mail account in which you can send mails and emails to via this electronic mails services. Okay, and so as I can see that according to survey which are conducted for around 1 year by an US-based company, it stated that this Gmail account is very appropriate as well as a very safe email account as compared to all others. Well, it seems that another account has been hacked very easily as compared to the Gmail account. So I preferably will also tell you that you must also have this Gmail account, and you must have this app. Well, it's pretty much organized compared to others. And the 8th app that everyone should have is Google Maps. Yes, so Google Maps is very easy to find the route where you want to have it. And in this, there is a feature that if you want to go to some place, and if you want to save that route for offline purposes, if you are not having an access to internet for further features, you can just save it and you can have it at your own at your work, and you are not having an access to internet. Okay, and the 7th app is Google Drive. Yes, you can find it right. The Google Drive is also app made by Google. Well, in this you can store all the data you want to store. You can also have a backup of data content, right? And the storage is provided to you is around 15 GB. That's good. So yeah, it's a very good effort to store your data. And the sixth app is the sixth app is the Google Chrome. Yes, you may find it right. The 6th app is the Google Chrome, because as a Google Chrome is the browser which is used for finding out whether you want to browse anything. You can use just it. Well, the user interface is pretty much good as compared to all other browsers. Well, yes, in this you can find anything. You can also increase your tabs and all. Well, you can see that in this user interface is pretty much good. Well, you can see that whatever downloads is in there. Well, it may also provide you the news and all. So yeah, it's pretty much good. So if you find it, so you must download it. And the 5th app that you must all have is music browser. Yes, it's also another browser. Well, you may be confused that why the two browsers are there is. Yes, well, the difference which is kept between the two browsers is that the user browser is very much in use because this office downloading speed. Yes, the downloading speed through the browser. If you want to download something, then you can use this UC browser. Yes, it's also pretty much good. And the second thing is that in that also many features are available in it, like what in this there is also certain features available in, like if you want to buy something, then certain websites are also provided to, and the video play and all, and INAPs and paying mall and all other apps are provided to. So yeah, you can find attention all single apps in this one app. Okay, all single websites in this one app. And the fourth, yes, the fourth app that everyone should have is the Adobe Acrobat. Yes, you're right. Adobe Acrobat is the app which is used for viewing your file in PDF format. That's a program file format. Yes, anything in the file which you want, like the Word file, presentation file, anything, or the any file which you have created in the PDF format, well, you can view in this app. That's Adobe Acrobat. Well, in this there is another option that if you are having a file, that's a Word file, anything file, and the another person, if you want to send that file, you may not have a particular software to open it. You can just convert that file. Yes, there's an option like you can just convert that file and send that file to that particular person, and tell them to download this app, and by this you can download that, and he can install that app in it, and he can view that file. So yeah, there's no use for having that particular means for the single Word format or single particular document format. You have to have different softwares. Yeah, if you have to view that file, you can just create that file into a PDF format and just view by this Adobe Acrobat. Well, there are also some other PDF viewing apps, but this is the most convenient app that I have to say. And the third app is pretty much sure that you maybe I can say that in use in with this app you may be in use. That the app is called the app is nothing but the pretty much good app we all this, and nowadays people are very much convenient with this app. And this app is nothing but the the app is known as I can say that the M indicator. Well, this M indicator is an app if you are residing in Mumbai and if you want to know that what is the time and the location at which platform the train will come. Yes, so you can use this app. And well, in this there is also another app which I have kept in the list. Well, the app is nothing but the Instagram. Yes, Instagram is the second, means the third app which I kept in the list, because nowadays people are more interested with this app. Yes, in this app you can just click. I can say that in this app you can just make your account by means of linking your account to your Facebook, and thus you can share any person. Means if you want to find anyone, you can just scroll on it, tap on it, and you can also upload your photos and all it. You can also comment on it, you can message on it. Just you can put socialite app. And well, my three apps, or the first three apps, are the totally social apps. Nowadays the people are very much in this, and if you don't have, just go and scroll and just click on your Google Play Store and just download and install it. It's pretty much good app, and it's a tension-free buster app. I can say that nowadays the people are more stressed. These apps can be a stress buster for them. And the second app is the WhatsApp. Yes, WhatsApp is also a messaging app. As in this, you can also update your status and tell you what you are doing. I mean, the status, and you can also chat with them. You can also call with them, and in this call you can also have a video call with them for them, anything. So yes, it's very much good. And the first app is that everyone should, most of them have. That Facebook. Yes, Facebook is the most common app, or it is a social networking site that the people used to have, where the people used to chat and upload and comment, and I can say that share opinions by commenting on it. So yeah, these are the 10 apps. First is Facebook, second is WhatsApp, third is Instagram, and in the third also I have kept this M indicator. Yes, and the fourth app is what? And the fourth app is this Adobe Acrobat, and the fifth app is UC browser. Sixth app is Google Chrome, and the seventh app is Google Drive, and the 8th app is Google Maps, and the 9th app is Gmail app, and the 10th app is YouTube. So if you find this content, then please comment on me that how you like my video. And the second thing is that if you don't have this app, just have this through your Google Play Store, and you can have access to that. So thank you, and bye.